Hello, welcome back. So, I am back in the town of Ottawa. Are you seeing this? That's some snow right there. Yeah. So, it's really weird being back, but it's also like really nice. I'm back on my shit. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this here? I'm I'm back. Because here's the thing. I had no swag before. I was just a lonely surfer boy doing what had to be done, wearing the minimal, being the minimal. Like, are we not seeing this fit right now? Hold on, let me just let's just appreciate for a second. I got some vintage on right now. Are we seeing this? Hello? I'm known on these streets as Baby J. So, it's been good. I've been dealing with what life has been throwing at me, but it's been good. The hardest part, honestly, it's actually so echoing here. The hardest part, honestly, is not linking up with the hometown links because, I have I had quite the thing going here. I was a little F of the boy before, and well, I had quite the roster going. And it's hard. It's actually kind of hard to not, but I'm doing this thing. I'm trying to get on this self betterment journey, and I'm trying to look for something real because what happened to me was I was dating someone for a really long time, and then I kind of like, you know how it is, like I just kind of tried to rebound a couple too many times. Yeah, kind of like I drowned what I was, how do I say this? Like I drowned what I was feeling, my emotions towards the breakup in other people, and now I'm trying to like step back from that whole scene. I've been doing this slick back thing because I'm actually like feeling quite rich these days, but I don't know. You just get the whole forehead on sale, free. Yeah, but it's good. It's good. It's really nice to be back with the family, be back with the people, the original friends that I had here. And yeah, I don't know, a couple things that I've noticed have been there's a real discrepancy between where I was before living in the Caribbean and where I am right now as far as like anxiety and like as far as like there seems to be people here have a lot more social anxiety, and people here definitely like they really care what you think about them. And where I was before on these islands, that wasn't the case. And like you see it because everyone dresses the same. Everyone has they wear the sweatpants, they wear the hoodies, and that's it. And they have the black puffer jacket and those ugly ass shoes that every girl's wear. What's it called? Uggs. And it's very like assimilating, and being the same is advantageous here, put it that way. But it's still really nice to be back. And I don't know, I just have to figure out a couple things with my passport before I go. Next stop is Saint Martin, which is another Caribbean island. And yeah, let me just walk around quickly. Yeah, so I've been avoiding the hometown links. And honestly, I need to be vigilant with this because it's so hard. Because I know so many people here. I spent 3 years here building a social life. So like, yeah, it's hard to not hit some people up, honestly. And there was these two girls that I really wanted to hit up, and I was like, I was certain I was going to. It was all part of the plan, yada yada yada. And then a week before I got here, I was like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Because it just, honestly, dog, it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth it. I'm trying to looking for a wife out in a place where there's no wives. Yeah. Anyway, my razor died, so I shaved my face like the way you're supposed to with like one of those like real ones. Feels pretty great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that with like a lot of social media, and I think with a lot of like conditioning involving like high school and the education system, people are very one track minded, and they're very, and this isn't at all a diss or anything, that's just the way it is. People are very one track minded, and to fit in is a absolute necessity. And I think that people in, it's not just Canada, obviously, it's North American countries with a culture of media. I think that people really have trouble being themselves or showing the more extreme parts of their personality, or letting those parts of their personality manifest into their physical world, like fashion or what cars you drive. Everyone's the same here. That's really what it feels like. And I don't know, I spent so long here, like I did the whole high school thing out here in Canada in the fucking freezing. And I don't know, like when you leave a place, you just kind of forget. Now that I'm here, it's really coming back to me, like all of the memories. I'll be driving down the road because like my friend lives down the street, right? So I'll be driving down the road I would to high school, or be driving down the road I would to go see my ex-girlfriend, or I'd be, just be driving around past my old gym, past all the stores we used to go to. Like, it's crazy. And I think that as it all comes back, all these memories that I haven't repressed but have been cast aside, not really been thought about, as it all comes back, it's really I think it's kind of important to reflect on all that shit. Yeah, I think that I used to struggle like crazy in high school. I'm academically, of course, but not even, this isn't about academics, this is about socializing and social life and stuff. I was a very not socially acclimatized kid, which was never a problem for me. Like when I was living in Mexico, which is where I was before here 3 years ago, I had like a good friend group and everything was all gravy, and I was meeting girls and stuff like that, starting up a few relationships here and there. And I had actually been, before Mexico, I had been here just for a couple weeks, and I had a girlfriend and everything. But being in school is way different and way worse, because it's a building full of people 14 to 18 years old, which is very young and very old. It's like a very weird combination of ages altogether, taking life way too seriously, all this social status stuff, especially with like social media and the internet. You can post something, it can go viral around your school, it can be really embarrassing. I used to know a couple kids that would try to do like influencer shit, which is good on them, but they would get like destroyed in the, like, so many people would make fun of them because it is kind of funny, and people are insecure. And yeah, I think that letting go of that and like what you feel in high school and like how you navigate those emotions, how you navigate that whole experience, like you shouldn't, it's a difficult experience, and you really shouldn't let it affect the rest of your life going forward, because people, you can lose a lot of esteem in high school. Like, it's something that I can say for myself. It's it's a phase where you're trying to figure out who you are, who your friends are. Your friends really shape the habits you form and the person that you become and all this stuff. And I think that a lot of people who struggled in high school look at something like college or university, or if you choose not to go to that, as I did, just a life beyond, as kind of like a restart. And I didn't realize how much I had restarted or changed until I came back here, because I came to the realization, I made a video about this as well. I came to the realization that all you could ever be is yourself, and if you can promote yourself authentically to the world, it will benefit you in the best way. Like if you, the more authentic you are, the better it will be, because life is a feedback loop, and if you be yourself around other people, they will treat you how you not only like deserve, but how you want to be treated if you're being yourself. Other things like career paths, it's really not pretending to be something else. That's really what high school is pretending. You go on social media and you see people and you see an identity, and you almost you grab it and you want to become, you create this fake identity, this social identity. And it was easy for me to shake because I'm always going and leaving and people expect you to change, of course. But some people become stuck in that social identity, and I can see how that can be crippling. So what I'm trying to say is, don't let high school shape who you are. And if you want to become something after or during or before or whatever, I feel like there's not a lot of 13-year-olds that watch these videos, but if you want to change, or you want to make have a transitional phase in your life, that is completely okay. And you should never you shouldn't let what other people think of you, or this construct of socializing shape who you are or make you repress who you really are. Because a really good example is, I've been into fashion for 2 years, I would say. Yeah, 2 years. And that is a very experimental part of your life. And I have done all the different styles, literally you name it. I've tried everything. And I used to go to school wearing some fucked up shit. And I think that, obviously I was judged for that, etc., etc. But being able to just be like, oh no, this is who I am, I'm just trying to figure it out, and just not taking it so seriously, I think is really important. But yeah, there's so much to be learned. And I don't know, I think I really see it with the people that I know here. Especially people who are younger, especially people who are still in high school. That's a real beast. They definitely have this mentality that is everything's embarrassing, and everything is that you really have to be something, and yada. What I'm trying to say is, just don't let that experience shape you or let you think negatively of yourself, because everyone is just as insecure as you are. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. But yeah, it's good. I like being here. I like the vibes of the winter, I guess, in a way, but it is bloody cold. It's so cold. And yesterday I was gonna go kite surf on the river, but it was it was negative 30 degrees. That is an unacceptable temperature. And sometimes you're wondering, I was getting in the truck, so I'm using my grandfather's truck. I was getting in the truck and I was like, this is really cold. This is my hands are freezing. I'm wearing this, a leather jacket and leather gloves, and absolutely dying. So yeah, I like being here and I'm excited to be here, but I think that being here runs its course as far as my mentality. I think I'll be here for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I think that's just perfect, because I can see everyone I need to see. I can spend a good amounts of time with the people that I love, but then it won't be this thing of, I get depressed every winter. I can think of the last 2 winters I spent here, and I got severely depressed both times. One time I wasn't, one winter I wasn't working, I don't think. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I was working. Or I was just doing some bullshit, a little bit of inside work here and there. And then the winter after that, which was the most recent one, I worked at this ski hill, like a local ski hill, and it was probably the worst 6 months of my entire life. Like I hated that job, like not because of the job, just like there was a lot of drama surrounding the job, and it was so far away from my work, and I got this job for another person. Like it was so complicated and it was terrible. And yeah, I just don't want the seasonal depression to get to me again, because it's real. It's actually so real. Being stuck inside, the days being so short can really do something to you. And I don't know, obviously the best thing to be is positive, but I can see how I can empathize with people who lack positivity in a time of year like this. Anyway, I went into my old house yesterday to retrieve this, among other swagalicious pieces of clothing. I went into my old house, and the influx of memories was profound. There was so many things, like just things around my room, the way it was decorated. My room is covered, ceiling to floor, including floor and ceiling, with artifacts, posters, paintings, tapestries, street signs. Anyway, records, vinyls. I have a record player, a cassette player, a CD player. I have like 30 closets because I have so many fucking clothes. And I don't know, being back in, not the house, because the house is very, I spent 3 years there. So it was very, it was a lot of mixed memories, just a lot of family memories and stuff. But being specifically in that bedroom where I went through like the most like depressive period of my entire life twice, on 2 different occasions. Yeah, I've gone through the most I've ever gone through in my life in that bedroom. And the thing is, I never ever healed in that room. I would always heal outside of it through other people or nature or something like that. It was always, or like something like snowboarding, working outside. That room is just, it holds the spirit, even though it's kind of empty and all chopped up and not really the way it used to be. Some of the things are gone because I took them with me, or I put them down and didn't want them to get damaged. But being in that space it holds the spirit of my 16-year-old self, my 17-year-old self, and I don't know. I just really, I couldn't quite remember what I'd been through. And not to make this whole conversation about me, but I just noticed this. I couldn't remember what I'd been through until I stepped into that space. And I think that when we were talking about identities, your self-image and how you think about yourself and how you should be authentic and, the most authentic you can be. I think that emotions and feelings, all these things can become trapped like in places, or being in a place can bring them back, however way you want to look at it. And for those of you who want to shed who you are or who people perceive you to be, or if you're going through a lot, I think moving, new people, new mentality, giving you a restart, like I said, I think that's why university, college, etc. is so, like, such a seductive thing for some people, because it really does allow you to reshape, without your original friends, without your parents, and really just to let you go out and be by yourself and kind of build something that is more authentically to you. Yes. But yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. Alcohol is expensive here, but I'm buying it anyway. I used to buy bottles of rum in the Dominican Republic for $10, and they are, for the exact same bottle of rum, Dominican rum is $30 at the liquor store, and it is the cheapest. Some of the shit is crazy. And I become a wine drinker because wine is like okay priced here. Yeah. It's a real thing though. I tried to buy some white rum, which for like super cheap at the duty free in the American airport, and it did not fly. No pun intended. At the New York airport, because you have to be 21, which I'm not. But I didn't know that. I thought it was 18. Because I feel like in some states it's 18 or something. So I just forgot the whole 21 thing. But yeah. It's really nice to be back. Winter has a very like majestic feeling to it. Yeah, it really is something that it's hard to articulate, but it's something that you really like. You feel the winter, it's completely different. Everything's white and everything. It has a very remarkable beauty to it. Yeah. Anyway, I have so many people to see. I'm really excited, but no hometown links. Like actually, I'm kind of serious about this because I don't know. I think that, put it this way, when I stepped back into my bedroom, stepped back into my old house, I felt the old depression. Seriously, I felt the longing for something I couldn't have, the sense of unaccomplishment, and not unaccomplishment in a physical sense. Like I more mean, I felt very confused at that point in my life. And I felt very confused walking back into that. And the type of person that I was, my habits, because I guess you're always kind of the same person, but my habits were very, you couldn't even say degenerative, just very like, just really bad habits as far as girls. Like I was just seeing too many and not with the intention of taking it seriously. And that is my new intention. I really do want to just be with someone in a serious way, be with someone, for the rest of my life, hopefully. I think if I go back to that, I will never grow out of it, because it's hard. It's hard to keep yourself away from such a delicious life, and like these experiences that you can have with girls are really fun and stuff like that. But it does kind of destroy your soul. Like I feel a lot more holy, wholesome. I feel a lot more like myself and authentic when I'm not losing myself in other people. Like I said, there was these two girls I was kind of hell-bent on seeing that I actually like I have deep feelings for both of them, like very deep feelings, very confusing feelings, but very deep feelings. And I think it's kind of it's a bit of like a self-test. I think if I can keep myself away from these two particular people, I think I will feel, well, I know I will feel a lot better, obviously in an esteem way, but also just, I don't know, these two particular girls are not very, not good for Ollie. But yeah. I need to redo this because it's poofing up too much. It looks good when it's like, it's more slicked back, but yeah, I don't know. Leonardo DiCaprio, what? Anyway, I'm writing a book. When it's gonna come out, I don't know. I'd never have time for it. I was right in the airport and at my friend's house in the morning. I find that I need to have a good night of sleep to write, and I need to be very not overstimulated. I find that if I've been using social media a lot, or I've been listening to I've been really into club, rave, and really hardcore metal lately, which is really good. But I find that if I listen to a lot of that, I have trouble writing. It doesn't come out in this, how writing is very and the trees were the deepest of green, the branches expanding off like a ripple in the water. That's a very bad analogy. But analogy isn't even the right word. But I find that I can't write like that unless I'm either listening to Mazzy Star, Sade, or Cigarettes After Sex. And those three artists I write very differently when that's playing. So I'll just like put a speaker on, very low volume, and it'll be enough so I can hear the beat, hear the tonality, but I can't make out the individual words because I'll sing them in my head. If I can hear the words, like you sing in your head. And yeah, I do write really well, but not if I've been overstimulated, and I'm the king of overstimulation, dude. I drink like 40 coffees a day. I love it all. I love it all. Or if I've had a little bit to drink. I can also write really well if I've had a little bit to drink, or it's very late at night. I find that past 11 o'clock is when it really comes out, which kind of makes sense because like your nervous system changes at night. You can feel more anxiety, or you can feel a lot more relaxed, and I think that that's something that really happens to me. Like my state of being past like 11:30, I almost become a different person. I become a lot more emotionally aware, I guess, and that's advantageous for writing. Right now, I'm trying to get inspiration from other books because mine it's not fully fleshed out what the entirety of the idea is because I'm flipping between two things, but it has it's it's a book about it's basically a book about a love triangle, but there's these two people who work together, and they I don't want to like go too into it because it's not fully fleshed out. Like I said, there's these two people that work together who are forced to, book hotels together and all this stuff and be very close to each other, but they aren't allowed to know anything about each other's names. Like that's kind of like a spy, secret service sort of thing. They can't know anything about each other, no personal details shared, but they have this fixation with each other, and I write it from the two people's perspectives, but they can't tell each other how they feel. And then there's the side character who isn't fully fleshed out, but the book is either going to start from her perspective or shortly after it starts is going to be from her perspective. And the thing is, so one of the characters is male and the two other are female because it's a love triangle. And one of the girls is very typical and very very generic, and the other one is completely exotic, and basically it is up to the male character to choose between exotic, exciting, or stable and predictable. It's basically an analogy for it's basically a analogy. It's a take on a situation that I went through. Obviously, it's more obviously I wouldn't write exactly about the situation that I went through, but it is more I don't want to say dramatic. It's different, but the way I felt in that situation and the way I felt kind of with, and I knew the way these two girls felt as well. It was very profound and very interesting, and I think they would make a good story. So I don't know when it's going to come out. I don't know how far I'm going to get with it, but it's something that I actually have like a real passion for, and I find that I can express through writing in a very different way that I can through words. Like my words are very they don't lack expression, but they're very how do I say this? they're very lost and they're almost not fully formed, but the writing is very like it's very complete. So yeah. Anyway, Super Bowl is tonight. I do not watch football at all. I was never into the whole football thing, but it's something that people do and it involves alcohol. So it should be a good time. Going over to my friend's house. And yeah, actually, I need to go over to my cousin's house first to go pick her up. I need to go see her family because I haven't seen them yet. I've seen her because she's my day one. I need to go see her. Then I need to go to my buddy's house. So it's gonna be a good time. I hope you guys are all feeling great, doing well. Once again, don't let society shape you. You can be your own person. And I hope your team wins for the Super Bowl. Once again, I don't know anything about this shit. I never really understood how people got so wrapped up in sports, but yeah. It's another thing about being in Ottawa. You get really messed up lips. I'm so used to such a what's the word? See, I'm not articulate when I speak, but I can do it in writing. I'm used to such a humid environment, and it's so dry, so deeply dry. Hair, skin, everything is just so like. My nose is all just like dry feeling. You can't really see it, but yeah. Anyway, I have so many things on my list. There's a club I want to go to, and then at one of the ski hills around here, they have these like outdoor kind of party. They're not raves, but they play like house rave music. I want to go to that. I'm gonna go snowboarding on Valentine's Day, which is gonna be really fun. And yeah, I have so many things to check off and so many people to see, and I'm sure I'll have a whole new take on reality when I see all these people and how they've been doing over the last 6 months. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Oh, song of the day. You thought I was gonna forget, but I didn't. The song of the day is "I'm Bad at Life" by Falling in Reverse. It'll be Falling in Reverse till the day I die. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.